Hey there, welcome. This is Christian Pankhurst here, and in today's video of the week, I'm going to be talking to you about the important practice of being witnessed. Now, if you had a chance to look at last week's video of the week, we talked about the process of tracking, and that is the capacity to witness your own internal reality in terms of the different layers that are within you, your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body, all the judgments and thoughts you have about what you're feeling around all of that, and of course also connecting into your intuition and your higher self. Well, that internal tracking and that capacity to witness is a critical part of relationship success, because as we begin to know ourselves, we can relate ourselves to another with more ease and more effectiveness. We can now let others in on our internal process, which is what creates intimacy in our communication. However, another huge part of intimacy is the daring to be vulnerable and allowing others to see us in whatever space we're in. And a lot of the times we get into this feeling that we have to do a lot of the work by ourselves. We need to get ourselves in a good space. Everything needs to be in order, get our ducks in a row. And then when we have sorted ourselves out, we can then step out and show our best selves, especially with our partners and the people we care most about or have an investment in how they see us. We want to put our best foot forward. But intimacy is created when we're willing to show all of who we are and allow others to see us. There's one thing, for example, to cry by ourselves, another thing to be seen and be felt and be witnessed in crying in front of those we care about in community and in relationship. There's something incredibly healing that happens when we allow ourselves to do that. Now, when I talk about being witnessed, there needs to be some discernment in this, is that you don't just choose anybody where you just wear your heart on your sleeve to everyone and anybody on the street. However, our romantic partners can often be a huge source of healing when it comes to being witnessed. And often I've seen in relationships that one or both partners aren't really willing to really open their hearts to letting themselves be seen in process. They're willing themselves to be seen at the end result of them going through their own internal process in the background, but not to be really showing the messiness of, fumbling their way through to getting clear, to understanding what's going on, and to allow themselves to move through that emotional wave in such a way that others can be part of that and be full witness to it. Because what happens is that usually our wounding is created by other people from our past. So others are a wonderful aspect and way to come into healing. In fact, it's a way to accelerate our healing, is to be seen in process. So today's clip from the Heart Summit is a wonderful exploration of a man's journey in allowing himself to be seen and felt, and his realization that when he does that, he connects to his power, he feels grounded, he can connect to his life force, and he feels inspired to give his gifts more to the world. It's a wonderful demonstration of how being witnessed can just add so much juice into our experience. And it's like you're plugging ourselves into the grid. We can then use the amplified field effectively to come into who we really are and who we're meant to be. So without further ado, let's watch the clip now, and we'll check in with you a little bit later on after the video. Here we go.
Fear. I cannot witness my fear. I check out, I circle around it. This morning I wake up with fear.
Oh, you woke up with fear?
Yes. Last couple of days.
Ah.
Now, fear. Being seen, being felt.
Yeah.
How can I sink in the fear? How can I access it?
How can you access more fear?
No, not more.
Was that your question?
No.
No?
Be with the fear.
You want to be with the fear?
Yeah.
Rather than leaving and checking out, you mean? You want to stay in your body while you're scared?
Yes.
You're scared right now?
Yes and no.
So there's a little.
Yes.
Are you in your body?
Yes.
So how does it feel to feel fear in your body right now?
Strong.
Yeah. Why are you able to do it now and not in other times?
Codependency?
No.
No.
Nice guess.
Oh, sorry.
But you are almost right. It's just that codependency has a diminishing term or kind of definition, which means that you need.
Yes.
But there is a difference here. The fact is that there are 300 people in an amplified field, and you're being called into your greatness.
Yes.
So I don't know you, but my hunch is, you know what I mean by hunch?
Mm-hmm.
My kind of like read is that you're somebody, you're one of these people who has an enormous amount to give, but you, on your own, don't really live up to it. Like you don't fully have access to everything that you could and want to do by yourself.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, when you're in an environment like this, where people are watching you,
Yes.
suddenly it becomes easier to step up
Yes.
and stand in your power, stand in your strength, and be all of who you are.
Yes.
One thing I haven't mentioned yet this weekend, but you bringing it up is very important, is that not only is it vital to develop the ability to witness self, the other vital skill is that we need to be witnessed. In other words, what's very important that most people don't get is that we have to be seen and be witnessed as who we are, in our fear, in our love, in our hate, in our jealousy, in our vulnerability. We must be open to being seen in those places to help us stand strong there as we go forward in life. And what you're doing here is as you stand up and you share your fear and you're feeling your body, we're witnessing you, we're seeing you, and it's feeding you, it's giving you strength.
Yes.
You feel that, right?
Yes.
Well, you just need more of it.
Feels good.
Yeah, take in more medicine. That's exactly it. And that's why, you know, there are some people who come to me and say, oh, it's okay, I already live in my heart because, you know, I connect to my feelings and I can really go to those places where I'm sometimes feeling my pain. And I often ask them the question, oh, so you've done that and you've been witnessed in that. Oh, no, I do this by myself.
Yes.
And what I hear and what I find out is that people have access by themselves. But put them in a group, they don't have access to the same frequencies. It's like they want to handle all of their problems and then come out into the world with their friends and their family. I'm good. But when they're in a place that isn't good, they go into isolation until they feel better and then they come out again.
Yes.
They're unwilling to show the messiness to others.
Yeah, resonating.
Yeah. But the only way to build strength is to show this in others.
Yes.
But others you love and trust you. That's called community. Now, as I reflect back on this video, one thing I want to point out to you that you might have noticed is that as a coach, as that gentleman was coming to clarity about what he wanted, I simply allowed him to feel that what he wanted was available right here and now in the present moment, and letting him see that in an amplified field with others witnessing him, he got to feel that in that very, very moment. Because he was so in his head wanting what he thought he didn't have, he didn't allow himself to notice that in fact the audience was there to utterly and completely feel him in whatever process he was in. And as soon as I drew his attention to, well, notice it, it's happening right now, that you are in fact in an amplified field. Others are seeing you, feeling you. How does that feel right now? In order to take that in, and suddenly his nervous system connects and he goes, I got it. Wow. And I go, that's what you need more in your life, is others witnessing and feeling you in a safe space. Very, very powerful, huge, huge tip to take into your relationship is dare to be vulnerable, to allow your own process to be witnessed, your own pain, your own struggle, your own challenges, your imperfection, your weaknesses, the not having it all together. Let that be seen, let that be felt, and let that be loved, and you will deepen your intimacies in ways that you had no idea was possible. So with that, take good care of yourself, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.